Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, everybody. We're just letting a few more people in. Good morning. I make that 10:05. I think we should crack on. Alfred, what do you think?
I think we can.
Bradley, what do you think?
Morning, everybody. Yes, let's go for it.
Okay, great, good, excellent. So good morning and welcome to the Spoffin and GDIF pitch. I'm lucky enough to be, you can probably see myself, Lara and Bradley all have the same background here. We're in the Admiral's House in Greenwich, where we've already had 2 days of festival. I also wish that simultaneously I was in Amersfoort in Spoffin as well, but Alfred, you have rain, I believe. And you're muted.
We have a bit of rain. It will be good in the afternoon, but now I'm a bit wet.
Excellent. And we have sun here pretty much, don't we, Bradley?
We do indeed. We'll send it your way, Alfred.
Thank you.
First, I'm going to hand over to Alfred. Alfred, do you want to introduce yourself and say why we're here?
Yeah. My name is Alfred Konijnenbelt. I'm the artistic director of Spoffin Festival that is now in its 11th edition. We lost one last year. It did not happen. But that's why we invented last year, together with GDIF in London, to do a co-hosted pitch session with British and Dutch artists. And that worked pretty well. So we are on repeat today with new, fresh projects, again from UK and from the Netherlands. Many of the projects that are we will share from Spoffin, they are to be seen today in our festival, which is running perfectly. We have much more audience than we expected. People are feeling very free to move around and see shows. It's not. I really think it's the people and the artists are very happy to see art again, and that's where we are for.
Great. And I think, Bradley, I'm going to hand over to you. We have a pretty similar experience here in London over the last couple of days too.
We've had a wonderful couple of days, and it's been great to all be out here in Greenwich and in other locations around East London with some phenomenally well, powerful shows, I think, and also the sense of us all gathering together again. So yes, a very hopeful couple of days, and looking forward to our Greenwich Fair today.
And we're kind of rather brilliantly, one of the shows we're going to hear from today, I've just seen setting up out here. The Carrousel is out here. So, and then we have some of the shows that we're going to hear from in GDIF, obviously some of them in Spoffin. So that's great. And it's brilliant that we're doing this again, but let's hope we never have to do it again. Last time, eh? Fingers crossed, but we said that last year. So we have 14 pitches. We have 3 minutes each. I'm going to do my best to keep to time so that we can all move on and get on with the real live stuff. But it'd be really great to hear from you. I know we've got Alfred, you're standing by to share videos. I've got the share screen enabled. And then at the end of this, so the way it works, we'll hear all the pitches in the order that we've rehearsed in. And then we will open up the breakout rooms and you can go and have a further chat. We'll leave those open for around half an hour, and then we're going to, sorry, after we have the pictures, we're going to hear from, remind me who from, Alfred? Unmute yourself, Alfred.
Sorry, I did not understand your question.
Remind me what happens at the end of the pictures. We're hearing from...
We will, at the end of the pictures, we'll have a short resume from the Dutch embassy in London. Will tell us about what hurdles there are to take after Brexit to come as an artist into the UK. And also he will tell what is the Dutch embassy and several cultural funds are doing to make those hurdles a bit less annoying. In terms of money support to invite Dutch artists.
Great, that's going to be really good to hear, even though we have to talk about Brexit and COVID in one meeting. How tedious. Anyway, onward ever. Right, that's fantastic. So we'll hear from that, and then we will open, after we hear from that, we will open the breakout rooms. And the breakout rooms will open for about half an hour, so you are free to pop in and out. They're all named for each company and for each show. And there'll also be a lounge/green room if you just want to go and have a gossip, which is probably a good idea, I reckon, on a Sunday morning. So, Actic, standing by. Are we ready to go? Shall we do this thing?
Okay, hi everybody. We're from Actic. My name is Jelle de Bruin. I'd like to pitch 2 performances. The first one is called Kiddy Police Patrol. And it's all about law enforcement in the public space in a humoristic way. So have a look at the first performance. Unfortunately, the foot is not very stable, but the second performance is our newest, and it's called Actic Carwash. It's a small car wash for both adults and children, and a car wash where everything gets a soak except the car. So we have small electrical vintage cars. They will drive into a 6-meter long car wash, after which a unique spraying system, a polish treatment, and 3 big brushes will thoroughly clean the car and the drivers. So have a look. There's probably a more stable video on our website, actic.nl. So please have a look, and thanks for your attention.
Lovely, thank you. Nice to see those shows. And of course, last time I saw you, you turned me upside down in a car. So I know you do very good things with transport. That's great. I still got the photo. It pops up on Facebook once a year, which is always a joy. Great, thank you very much. Okay, we're moving on. We're coming UK side, Fatt Projects. Adam, are you there?
Hello, hi. Yes, I am Adam Carver, or you may also know me as Fat Butcher. Drag queen to the stars, and I'm the artistic director of Fatt Projects. We make full fat, socially engaged projects which use performance in a range of contexts, including a lot of outdoor projects, to think about queerness and community and making change. You might be familiar with some of my previous shows, Fantabulosa, the public space drag show for kids, and Disco Tea Party. Today I am here to talk to you about our latest project, which is fabulously titled The Big Gay Disco Bike, which is pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. It's a pop-up mobile disco performed by me and a team of drag monsters on a bike. The show explores the social history of disco as a kind of form of resistance and a way to bring communities together in times of change and rising tensions, which feels ever appropriate. And it's a highly participatory, small-scale show. We facilitate audiences to dance through a kind of disco line dancing. We teach people some simple moves. We give them space to kind of dance together freely, and we end in this big kind of participatory soul train. It's inspired by the viral videos from lockdown of street workouts and socially distant kind of parties and people singing in their apartment buildings. And the show creates these opportunities for communities to come together and celebrate and have a dance with a super camp disco soundtrack. The work's really concerned with how do we transform public spaces into sites of joy and celebration, and to use queer joy as an act of resistance in the current climate. So yeah, it's a small scale, completely self-sufficient intervention. It doesn't require any external power or anything. It's all running through the bike. And is kind of made for public spaces, festival sites, but also domestic settings as well, to transform those spaces with a mix of dancing and comedy and a healthy dose of glitter. The show's just finished an R&D period, supported by Without Walls and Birmingham Hippodrome. We literally had our first performance yesterday afternoon, and the second one is today at GDIF. We can offer the show with fully integrated British Sign Language as well from our drag queen sign language interpreter, Maria Hertz. We're looking for 2022 presentation partners, potential commissioning partners as we redevelop the work. We're particularly keen to see if we can take the show internationally. So if that's you, do say hello. I've got a couple of pictures I can show you really fast from yesterday, and I will have video very soon. So here you go. As you can see, I look much more beautiful there than I do now. So here's the bike in itself, and I will have video in the next sort of few days to share as well. So all of that will be on the website. That's all I had to say. I can't stick around, unfortunately, for the breakout rooms because I have to. It takes many, many hours to look as beautiful as I do. I've got to start getting ready pretty soon for this afternoon's performance. But
Our time is done. Thank you, Adam. Go and get ready. Brilliant. We'll see you out there later. And for some of us of a certain age, we've been riding big gay disco bikes since before you were born, I can assure you. Great, excellent, lovely. See you later, Adam. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Moving on, Faramakode, Raw Race. I think we have video.
When are we going to teach our children we are not living in a unicorn world where everyone's kind to each other, where everyone waits for his turn politely? When are we going to teach our children that honesty doesn't exist? If you want to win, if you really want to reach the top, you have to be able to cheat. You have to be able to kill to achieve something. Imagine 5 tricycles, electrical tricycles, activated through sound. Imagine 5 little children sitting on these tricycles, roaring themselves away to the finish. Ah! Screaming themselves away to victory, to eternal glory. We have created something that is not a performance, that is not entertainment. We have created a valuable life's lesson to teach our children the value of egoism, of egocentrism, of capitalism, necessary survival skills in this new world.
So if you do actually love those children, book us and come see it for yourself.
Great. Are we done? We're going to hear any more? Okay, great. Thank you. Moving on. Francesca Baglioni, Miss High Leg Kick. Hello. Good morning. Still muted, I think, my love.
Oh, I think Alfred. Hello, everyone. I think Alfred has a film about me just to start, just to introduce. That's lovely.
My name is Francesca Baglioni, also known as Miss High Leg Kick. My background is running and performing in gay clubs of London in the 1990s. I co-created Olivier Award-winning show See Ducky. As an independent live artist, I have been making outdoor live work for nearly 15 years. I use humour, dance, spectacle, collaboration and unusual approaches to audience engagement to create accessible performances. I've always enjoyed working with genuinely diverse range of artists. I like to bring artists together and give them space to be individual within the project.
Oh, really excited to be presenting my new show, Memoire. So Memoire is an outdoor work centered on smell. It's an olfactory experience. We will be evoking particular moments in time via smell for a spectacle combining live performance and audience interaction. It is a promenade for the nose. So Memoire was inspired by my experience of parosmia, and that's temporarily losing my own sense of smell as a result of COVID-19. And I was interested because smell is the sense most closely connected to memory and imagination. The show brings together a diverse group of artists performing individual acts representing the perfume of a place and a moment in time. This is an interactive show in which the smells will be the performance, alongside dance and live art performed on individual plinths around the space. Memoire is a celebration of scent and memories. Each vignette will be created by the individual artists. Although personal, they will be relatable to audiences, evoking ideas and moments from our communal memory. And for example, Abby Cunliffe will perform her memory of the dark, dirty excitement of a 1970s fairground. The girls wore the perfume Charlie, the teenage boys smelt of Brut 33, Brill cream and cigarettes. The air is heavy with candy floss and diesel engines. Memoire is currently completing R&D supported by Without Walls Blueprint. We are now looking for commissioning for creation costs to bring this work truly alive. It's a show for everyone. It's fun, quirky, attention-grabbing and approachable, and hopefully smells amazing. Thank you.
Your evocation of the 60s, I remember well. Okay, we're moving on by the look of it to Carrousel. No, go, Alfred, that's good. Thank you, Francesca. Ready to go, Alfred?
Alsjeblieft. Magic touch, magic touch. I built this intriguing art installation, appealing to people from 1 to 101 years of age. And they all follow the show from separated lodges, so it's very corona-proof. And with this special wooden token, they open the peep show window in their lodge, and then they see a slowly rotating carousel filled with automata. And automata are fully mechanical storytelling machines, all created from recycled wood and a good sense of humor. And you can bring them to life by turning a handle. This installation premiered in Nantes in France at the site of Les Machines de Lille. And during his first summer tour we did Belgium, the Netherlands, London. And it's striking how everywhere people leave this carousel enthusiastically. Children, elderly, all at their own level. They come out with surprised and happy eyes. And for me as an artist, that's the most beautiful gift. So I keep on touring with this installation internationally, because there is no language needed. And in between the different festivals, I will create new automata to show them here in my Automata carousel.
Great, lovely, thank you. For those of us in GDIF, we will see it live later. That's great. Thank you so much. John from IOU, we're moving on to you now. You're just talking, no video.
Hello everyone. I'm talking because the shows that I'm describing today are still in the kitchen being drilled and hammered and scratched. So hello from IOU. My name is John McGrath. I'm a white man with a skinhead, dazzling blue eyes, it says here, and a beard. I'm sat in front of 2 IOU banners and my pronouns are he, him. Since 1976, IOU have been based in Yorkshire in the UK and we make site-specific art. Our work is not varied and bound to one art form. I would like to talk to you today about 2 shows quickly, Speaking Tubes and 2 Rivers. Speaking Tubes first. So in 1901, scientists developed a hail cannon. They thought that by firing smoke rings through a large trumpet into the sky, they could blast away hailstorms. It didn't work, but it did make a wonderful sound. We've used the idea to create 10 large vortex cannons that gently fire off rings of air and sound at the audience. The structure is 5 large T-shaped steel tubes that support 10 steel funnels. There'll be a link to a 360 video of the piece in the chat shortly. The sound on the video is binaural, so listen to it with your headphones on. Right, we've got 4 compositions for the installation that will play throughout a full day. The themes of the compositions look at the natural world, the sounds of nature, and the vocabulary of mathematics. Elements of the soundscapes, when they play, they're spread out across the tubes, and this forces the audience to explore the space and piece together the composition for themselves. Speaking tubes can be presented outdoors or in and can run for full days. The artwork is not super loud and should be presented away from other louder works. It works best in a courtyard or a space that's got a nice echo. The other show, 2 Rivers, this is a new work that's currently in construction and is made up of a corridor of 10 long desks. The desks are arranged with an entrance at one end, and at the other end is a small bell tower that houses a 150-year-old bell that was used to call the time in a park in the north of England. The desks house 52 small speakers that each play recorded voices and music. The voices read 100 couplets that combine to make a large poetic tapestry. Images described in the couplets are being engraved into the desk by an artist called Richard Windsor as we speak. The theme of 2 Rivers is the passage of time, its impact on love and the heart, and how it's marked by the traditional ringing of a bell. The installation is a site of reflection and contemplation and will provide a contrast to the more energetic work a festival may present. The 2 Rivers poetry is currently recorded in English, but it can be re-recorded easily into any other language. The works can be booked together or separately and are available from this winter. Thank you so much for your time, and we're beaming you all of the love we have in our bellies from here in Yorkshire. Mwah.
Lovely, thank you very much, John. That's much appreciated. We're bringing that love back. And we are going to move on to Joe Gore at dance, please.
Hi everyone. I've got a video. Should I share the screen, or have you got the video? There we go.
We have the video.
Hello everyone, my name's Joe Garbett and I am super excited to talk to you about my new work, Get Lost. I am really excited because it's my 9th day of isolation after catching COVID-19, and as an extrovert I am just really excited to have any attention and interaction right now. I am currently meant to be in the studio creating the work, which has now been postponed, ready for tour summer 2022. I have huge excitement and boundless energy for the show and thought I'd give you a taste of the show from my flat for you today. Get Lost is an exciting dance-fueled adventure full of magical contact work, slapstick tricks and problem-solving participation. Follow your nose into a wriggly-giggly world where tents can dance and massive maps swamp the land. Get Lost is about encouraging curiosities and igniting adventures. As the story unfolds, literally, the dance floor is a huge unfolding map. The relatable characters' relationship is ambiguous. The 2 men are empathetic, hyper, soft and tactile as they support, celebrate and solve their way through this wholesome yet high energy performance. As a queer outdoor dance theatre maker, I'm really interested in pushing past traditional gendered characterisation in performance. I want to make an inclusive work that both entertains and educates. Get Lost has a huge potential to help normalise male affection and the different ways men and masc-presenting people can be physical with one another. What I love about outdoor performers is bringing strangers together, and Get Lost does this really well. Throughout the piece, the audience help the hikers on their way, whether it's holding the mapped corners really tight, spinning the tent poles like skipping ropes for them to dance over. The best bit is at the end. We give ropes to different strangers and knot them together, so they have to pull tight and keep the rope tight for the dance to continue. The piece ends up with like loads of ropes cutting across the space and different people holding and working together to keep the piece alive. These past 2 years have really questioned people's interaction with strangers. I really want to use Get Lost as a way for people to refine the trust and enjoyment that can come from working with people you don't know. As you can see, Get Lost is ready to burst out onto the outdoor art scene. Right now, I'm looking for tour bookings for 2022, and as a self-producing artist, any co-producing support is really helpful. I want to say a big thank you to GDIF, Applause and the Marlow Theatre for all their support of the project, and to you for listening today. Thank you, bye.
Thank you, Joe, much appreciated. Great, thank you. We're moving on, we're halfway through. Lejo, Hannah.
Hello, my name is Lejo. I am a puppeteer, and with my simple puppets I make videos for TV, for Sesame Street, for example, or for commercials or online festivals, or I perform the videos live with an orchestra. But I'm here now to present you my theater show called Hands Up. It's a real family show, so it's for all ages. It's also for all countries, because it's without text. It's filled with music, from classical music to disco music, and all the music is composed exclusively for the show. The show can be performed both indoors and outdoors, and I'm going to show you now a short part of the trailer of the show. I hope you like it, and bye bye.
Amazing, thank you. Moving on. Lou, you're going to talk to us from MakeAmplify, and then we're going to look at your video. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm also here with Chris. We're here to tell you about MakeAmplify's exciting hybrid show, Now Is Not the Time to Be Gentle. It's an interactive, augmented reality and live performance piece with projection mapping, 3D sound and community participation. And we're looking for support with new creation costs, any new partnerships, bookings, and we're happy to have any conversations. So come and join Chris and I afterwards in the breakout room to have a chat. Yeah, if we can share the video, that'd be great.
Now is not the time to be gentle is the story of one family's epic journey across the sea after their island is destroyed by a catastrophic storm. A large-scale outdoor live and interactive digital performance for residents of a single street. It's about the environment, migration, family, humanity, and hope. Fusing live performance projection mapping, interactive augmented reality, and an original 3D score, this spectacular large-scale outdoor show will create a hybrid performance for the times we live in now, bringing an interactive, family cultural experience to you on your street. Imagine watching an entire show from the comfort of your front garden or through a bedroom window. Live performers are on your street, floating on a platform in an ocean that's projection mapped onto the houses opposite. You lift up your phone, and the entire world under the surface is revealed. Shimmering fish, a huge whale, and tiny bioluminescent creatures glow and swirl in the dark. Featuring a sweeping 3D score, you are fully immersed in an underwater world of sound, movement, and light, and you haven't even left your home. We're exploring new ways of telling stories. Focusing on the climate emergency, we want to leave our family audience feeling hopeful, sparking small changes that cause large ripples in the world, and fuel the start of conversations around the environment, refugees, and displacement through a shared, fun, exciting experience. The show is unique to each location it's performed. As part of our wider engagement program, animations and choreography will be co-created and performed by local residents. We are MakeAmplify, an award-winning collective of artists and technologists working with artistic directors Jennifer Irons and Zach Walker. Our international team have different experiences of migration both personally and within our families. We are working with award-winning writer Annie Siddons and critically acclaimed composers Stuart Baxter and Samatar Elmi, aka Nomad Spock. We create spectacular large-scale outdoor immersive events that connect people and transform public spaces into the extraordinary. We illuminate and reimagine city centers and landscapes, bringing forgotten or ignored buildings to life and engaging communities and audiences in life-affirming stories that combine the physical, emotional, and digital.
Grand, thank you very much indeed. See you in the room afterwards. Look at that, bang on time. Great, moving on to Malik Bright. Are we sharing first or talking? I've got both written down.
Hi there, Malik's not available today, so I'm the other half of the show, and we're going to play you. Hi, I'm going to play you a video so from my screen, so bear with me. Crowd Control is a new joint collaboration by dance artist Malik Bright, aka Android X, and scenographers Megahertz. Malik and Megahertz met on the production of Kid X, a cyberpunk show for teenagers which is about to tour Scotland in the spring of 2022. Malik works across theatre, busking, events organising and music videos. Living in Hackney, he specialises in afro, crump, flexing and bone breaking, regularly competing in and winning afro dance battles in London and Paris, and performing live in or in music videos with the likes of Lady Leisha, FKA Twigs, Fergie, MIA and Eva Lazarus, to name a few. Megahertz is an award-winning scenography-centred physical theatre company based in Glasgow. Megahertz make multi-art form projects that mesh digital technology, new music, and experimental choreography. Their work is rooted in site-specific and immersive productions presented at music festivals and urban locations to audiences from varied age groups and backgrounds. Crowd Control takes inspiration from Malik's 10 years experience of busking in London with his crew Dragon Squad to the emerging sound of Afrobeats, a new global African electronic music and dance movement. Crowd Control is Dragon Squad's story, bringing you their tales alongside the Afrobeat tunes and viral choreographies, as each new crew member show their superpower in styles such as Azonto, Kupidikale, Kuduro, and Chigwon. Crowd Control can be performed in urban, festival or residential settings and features 4 members from his crew. With a wealth of choreographies and finely tuned street performer experience, Dragon Squad are ready to bring the heat, interact with audiences and invite local Afro dance crews in each city to join them on stage for a battle scene in the show. Crowd Control's scenographic concept was born out of Malik recording one of his Afro choreographies in front of the megahertz trademark glitch video compositions. The combination of movement, graphics and music created an instant buzz that spurred the collaboration. With Malik being an avid sci-fi and comic book fan, this will be his debut as Crowd Control's writer, choreographer and artistic director, complete with a production crew and a high-tech LED screen backdrop. The piece will showcase abstract spacescapes and popping graphic illustrations that elevate Malik's own history of the Afrobeats into a futuristic odyssey. Crowd Control is a compact, high-energy, 4-person dance and visuals show featuring spoken word and audience interaction. It is suitable for outdoor settings, day or nighttime. So far, we have support from 3 high-profile organisations in Glasgow, Birmingham and London. Our creation begins autumn 2021 and we're aiming to premiere summer 2022. We're looking for additional co-commissioners, creation residencies and future programming interest. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, Bex. Cheers. Right, moving on, Marte.
Als we kijken naar stereotype man, ben ik niet mannelijk. Ik ben een vrouwelijke man. Ik heb flair.
Maar het is wel grappig, dat verliefdheid is een soort bijna de voorwaarde voor intimiteit.
Ik vind mijn lichaam mooi. Kan je het handelen? Ik vind mijn lichaam prachtig.
Je verlangens zijn meestal anders dan wat je krijgt. En eigenlijk is dat niet slecht.
Dus ik weet nog precies hoe dat was. Hoe zo'n lijf voelt. En wat we gedaan hebben of niet gedaan hebben. Het is heerlijk.
Okay, hi. My name is Marte Boneschansker, and I'm an audio performance artist from Amsterdam. And this year I created BLOOS the mannen, or Blush the male version, which is an immersive audio performance about male intimacy. For the last year and a half, I interviewed men and those identifying as men between 10 and 100 about intimacy and desire and sensuality and body image. And the men I spoke to are diverse in age and cultural background, sexual and gender orientation. In general, I think there's little space for men to express their emotions. I mean, yes, the patriarchy is real, but in this specific area, there's a lot to gain. And they were all very lengthy, deep interviews. So it was moving to me to have people opening up to me and the microphone and the audience in the end. And I believe that by being vulnerable, we invite the other to be vulnerable as well. And it creates a softer and kinder society. So I then edited these conversations to 9 different stories of 30 minutes, each representing a generation. So teenager, 20, 30, and the oldest is 96. And as an audience member, you listen to one of these stories with headphones on, laying in a cocoon. And the cocoon gives you a physical experience fitting with the story. So they move, shake, breathe, sort of an immersive sensorial experience using smell, heat, movement, touch, and balance. And this is all to get as intimate as possible on an emotional and physical level. And I would love to create another version of Blush, an English version. We have one English story, which I will make sure Alfred will send to you. And try to lay down when you listen to it, please. And I'm looking for people who would be interested in co-producing or booking Blush, the male version, in 2022 or 2023. Thank you. I made it in time.
Beautifully in time. Thank you, Marte. Perfectly in time. Great. Now we have a very full screen there with on off. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hello. My name is Piet and I'm a Belgian choreographer. My name is Daniel Fernandez Lopez and I am a straps artist.
And my name is Piet Van Dycke. I'm an actor and theater maker.
And we created together the performance On Off produced by Makers of Stilburg.
It's a 30 minutes physical performance about 3 men and the struggle of changing a light bulb in a mix of dance, theater, and circus. But let's first have a look to the trailer. Yes. Thanks, Alfred.
Yes, thanks. Enough is a humoristic and recognizable competition in which we play with expectations and explore the concept of masculinity. When 3 men need to solve a technical problem, you know it won't go smoothly. On-off is playful, exciting, light, literally and figuratively, creative and absurd. Every time you think you know in which direction it will go, you will get surprised. Is it a beautiful duet about balancing on each other? Is it a slapstick in which the 3 men try to solve a very simple problem in a logical way? Is it a country line dance? Well, On-Off is actually all of this and a bit more.
We would love to play this performance on national and international theaters, dance, or circus festivals. It is without spoken words, and also children react very positively. And we can play on-off inside or outside. And since we have our own installations, we can play everywhere if we have enough space. We need 6 meters high and a floor of 8 by 8 meters.
If you have more questions, we will happy to receive the questions and to answer them in the breakout room. Thanks for listening. And we also made it in time. Yes.
Literally 1 second. It's ringing. Perfect. And we have lots of light bulbs here, gents, if you want to come and change them. You've been most welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good at it.
I'm pretty nifty myself. Great, thank you. Moving on, Pieter. Oh, cancel.
Yes. Hello. I'm using the computer of Mike, the business manager of Spoffin. So my name is Peter Post, and I'm here for the turtle. Doing nothing is hard work. A show, an ode on being lazy, boredom, the importance of boredom, a very topical subject. A new book is being published weekly. And I start the show with a small lecture about 35 books that are placed on a long table. It's a strange show. Show and boredom don't really mix very well. It's a very strange comedy. The video that you're about to see starts very slow to give you a feel of the boredom of the show. Start the video, Alfred.
To do nothing at all is the most difficult thing in the world. The most difficult and the most intellectual. Okay. Heel langzaam. Die heeft een ritme.
Grand, thank you very much. And finally, sounds like juggling.
Could we have please the proper size video? Thank you. All right, thank you. Yes, so we're together at actual Spoffin, so very nice to be here. We'll play also later this afternoon. My name is Arthur, I'm a composer.
Oh, so my name is Guido, I'm a juggler, also a musicologist. And good to know this show, you saw an indoor video, but it's also outdoor, also have an outdoor version. Actually, we can play the long show outdoor, which takes 1 hour, or we have a special short show, which takes 30 minutes. And it's all about patterns and breaking out of patterns.
Yes. Yeah, so we combined our two backgrounds in juggling and music. And so we've in the process of inventing a new genre, which is really integrating and combining those two, which is a fascinating research going on. Yeah, this show premiered last year, and we're touring right now, and yeah, we're looking for more shows to more places to present this show. It's really for all ages. Kids really go crazy on the instruments we created to juggle music, and grown-ups really love it as well. So it would be lovely to show this to more people. If you're in Amersfoort, come see, but I think most of you are somewhere on their screen.
It's raining here, but we will play anyway. As long as there's audience, we can do. Thanks.
You can look up a lot of information about the show. Sounds like juggling.nl. We won't have much time to stay in the breakout rooms because we have to go to our venue in a bit. But if there's still some time, we'll be here to answer any questions you might have.
Great, thank you all very much. Hey, thank you all for keeping to time. That was amazing. I think we're actually under. Brilliant, well done. I'm just going to say, John, you put a link into the chat, didn't you, for IOU, for a 360 visual experience. I'm making that up. And now we're going to hear a little bit about Alfred. Do you want to introduce our next speaker?
Yes, but I'm seeing if he is in because I don't see him appear yet.
That's why I handed over to you.
Thank you very much.
Not helpful.
So yeah, we maybe we made a little bit change in the running order. If he does not show up, I suggest that we send the information by mail. We have all your email addresses. So we can continue now with the breakout rooms if you're ready for that.
This could be hilarious. This could go so wrong. This could go. I've been trying to assign you all. I'm sure I put you all in the wrong rooms. So, okay. So breakout rooms should be bottom right of your Zoom screen. There should be a button saying breakout rooms. But I think you were talking about men doing tech. I think it's going to work that when I press the button, you will all beautifully move into the correct rooms, except for those of you who are going to go and visit. But what could go wrong? So we'll have a go at that. Just to say, we have recorded this, so we will do a little tidy up and make it available online, because so it can spread a little bit wider. Yeah, Alfred, we didn't manage to do that last year, so hopefully this year will work. Gosh, I long for a world where people don't all move like this when they're doing their shows. That time will come again. Fingers crossed we never have to do this again. But in the meantime, thank you all for doing it with such willingness and for being so brief and being excellent. Now, we will just leave the rooms open. Don't stay in there forever. There is a gossipy room called Lounge Green Room. Please feel free to go in there if you fancy it. And I feel like to just kind of look, Bradley, you can wave over that way, and Lara can wave over that way, and my friends over here. There we are. That's from London. And all right, I'm going to open the rooms. Fingers crossed. Here goes.